Thank you. Thank you.
You're on. You take on from now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. You can talk to them right now.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, what's up, guys? As you know, I've been talking to your coach. He told me about your situation. Told me you guys are in the playoffs, and obviously this is a big game coming up. It really hit home to me because I could really relate to the situation you guys are in. I mean, like, just recently in the Olympics, I was in a really make-or-break situation. You know, I had one more jump. I don't know if you guys are familiar with track and field, but, you know, we get 3 attempts, and then if you do well enough, you get 3 more attempts. And so, you know, I failed my first 2 attempts, and I only had 1 more. Obviously, it's a scary situation to be in. You know, it's real frustrating because you think, you know, you put in all this hard work, you put in all the hours, and you don't want it to go to waste. But the thing is, you know, at the same time, you have to put it all on the line, you know, because when you go home and when you lay your head down, you know, you always want to think and know that you know you gave it all you got. And so obviously I risked it, took a chance, and made it to the finals and ended up winning. And I think this can really just tie hand in hand with you guys speaking. I mean, rankings are numbers, and it's all. I think rankings are always opinionated. You know, obviously there's a lot of stats that go into it and stuff, but at the same time, on any given day, you know, it's whoever that wants more. You know, the mentality I go in every competition is that nobody is better than me, and I feel like, you know, from what your coach is telling me, from not even just the last couple of games, but just the season as a whole. You know, the big teams you guys have beat. He said you guys got a lot of national experience on the team. You know, so there's people that played on you know, higher levels, and you know, you guys really just got to put that together. Another thing that it's difficult for me to relate to, because I'm not in a team sport, is the senior leadership. Obviously, when I was in college, we had the seniors that would really rally us up, but at the end of the day, it was very individual when we went on the track. But the difference is you guys do have a team, and you have to have that team mentality. You always see the movies of you know, the best team come out when the team was the strongest and the team had the best unity. And I mean, I think that's going to play a really key factor to the success, not only this weekend, but, you know, throughout the playoffs. And then I guess, is it a national championship for you guys?
After the playoff, if we win the playoff, we go to nationals.
Yeah, so, I mean, but obviously the most important thing, the top priority right now is that first, you know, that Saturday game. But if you guys got any questions, you know, I can really, you know, I talk to a lot of kids, and I talk to a lot of different athletes of, you know, from gymnastics to volleyball to just all kinds of sports. It's really just like the mental attitude or anything, you know, you guys could possibly think that you might have a question about.
Yeah, one of the questions that I sent, I was going to ask you, how do you change the momentum when something's going wrong in one day and you have to change something in your mindset to get yourself going? What do you do? How is that for you?
Oh yeah, I really think it's really, you kind of have to let it go. If you guys play basketball, if you guys play golf or anything like that, you know, you don't want to let one layup or one shot really throw off your upcoming thing. So if you guys miss a goal, if you guys, you know, miss a ball or something like that, you know, you really just have to. I mean, soccer is nonstop, you know, and you really just have to find a way to just brush that off real quick and then get back to it, you know. Again, like I said, with the team chemistry, the team unity, and if you see somebody that is kind of still having that stuff on their shoulder, you know, if they had a bad player, that they missed a key goal, you know, really just try to pick them up. A thing for me, what I do is I just, you know, if I foul two, I brush it off and say, you know what, that's over. There's nothing I can do about it. And just take it off to the next one. You know, you really just try to get positive energy. And that's really worked out for me on a highly successful level.
Great. And what about your preparation towards a big event? Like, how much work does it take? And the days before, how much care do you take of yourself? And how much dedication comes into play?
Well, a big thing I do, I skateboard a lot. You know, I'm not recommending you guys skateboard. This is a key point of your season. But so a big thing my coach really emphasizes is get off the skateboards, not take any chances. So you don't want to be overly careful because at that same time a lot of freak things happen. But you just got to be smart, you know. Health-wise, you want to be hydrated. The worst thing I think you could ever regret is not being able to perform to the best of your ability because of cramping. You know, just not being hydrated. It's the key to no matter what kind of athletics. But really, before my biggest competitions, you know, I think, like I said, the mentality that, you know, I believe that I'm the best person out there, and you guys have to take that mentality out there. Like, you guys aren't just the best Saturday, but y'all are the best people in the whole league, you know. Again, brushing the past behind and just looking forward. I don't know, I'm also a big music guy, so I think just listen to a lot of Lil Jon and Crunk, stuff like that to just get back.
And do you guys have any questions? They have a few questions for you, Kristen.
No problem.
Speak loud.
Hi. I had a question because I'm going through a lot of emotional stuff now. So I was gonna ask you if you had those moments when you feel like you want to give up, or you're doing bad at some aspects in your life, but not in track. How do you do to manage all that? How do you feel you cope with all that together?
Alright, so the question was if, like, basically how do you separate athletics and personal life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't had that one. Shoot, I never had that question before. Yeah, so you definitely got one up on me this time. I don't know. It's almost like that tunnel vision mentality. You know, when you're on the field, when that whistle blows, you know, you take everything out. It's the most important thing is getting that ball in the goal and getting that team to the next level. So, you know, there's a lot of times when I was in college, there's a lot of times where I was worried about not just staying eligible, but, you know, the next coming test or you know, a project that I probably procrastinated too long about. But once I got on the track, it was like literally everything blacked out. And I had to stop saying that because a lot of people were worried that I was having like concussions or something. But when I was talking about blacking out, it's really just, for me, it was just staring down the runway, you know. I kind of just tuned out everything, whether positive cheers, whether people were hating on the side, you know. It was really just taking care of what I came to do. And then once it's all over, you know, that stuff in real life isn't going to go away, you know. And so it's going to be there regardless, you know, of how the game is, how the track thing is, and I'll handle it then. But I think once you get on the field, you know, I see a lot of soccer players touching the field, praying before competition. You know, you really just have to find that place that, almost like that sanctuary that gives you that peace of mind to just block it all out and focus on the task that's in hand.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
No problem.
Anything else? Julian?
Yeah, I got a question. What are some of the things you have to sacrifice to be an Olympic athlete?
I think a lot of, I had to give out a lot of fun time, you know. I don't know if it's big there, but in Florida, it's a big party school. It's a big party school, and so I had to give out a lot of parties, you know, because obviously staying hydrated, there's a lot of distractions out there. I mean, just a lot of things that people take for granted. Again, you know, I got to give up my skateboarding. That's really big to me. It's a big part of my life, and so, you know, I got to give that up sometimes. I mean, just little personal things I had to give up. Obviously, where I am, it's big to go to the beach. It's big to go, you know, wakeboarding and you guys. I don't know if you guys are, if y'all got lake near you guys or anything like that, but you know, a lot of those activities that could possibly, you know, jeopardize my health. You know, it's really just prioritizing and thinking what is most important. If I go out there and wakeboard today, is it worth, you know, losing 6-8 months of competition, or even, you know, an injury that can kind of just take my whole career away. And so whatever you do, you just got to think about, is it worth it?
And along with that, the other question I sent you, we were looking at the results in the Olympics, and from the first place to the sixth place, the difference is less than a meter, right? And you won the championship last year, you won the championship this year. What does it take to have that edge over the rest? Because at that level, everybody's sacrificing, everybody's working hard, everybody wants it as bad as you do, right? So what's go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, I'm winning by centimeters, so it's a lot of times, people would say, oh, he has a bigger foot, or, his legs are a little bit longer. It really comes down to the minor things. But I think mentally, again, just the attitude that nobody out there is better than me. I'm not saying that in a cocky way, I'm saying that in a confident way. When you guys go on the field, you have to believe that nobody, in the fall, nobody worked harder than you guys. That nobody has, when you make that pass, that you actually have the confidence behind that person that they're going to make the next move, the next shot, the next whatever it is, to get you guys to the next level. And it's, just trusting in the team, trusting in the work that you put in, the sacrifices you guys made, because everybody, to be at this level, you had to make some kind of sacrifice. And so, everyone has a personal story, and whatever you use to motivate yourself, just bottle all that up and then use that when you're playing out there.
Great.